Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're gearing up for the PTE academic, you've probably wondered, how on earth do they actually score this thing? It can feel a bit like a mystery, right? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain. We're going to dive deep into the PTE academic marking system, and by the end of this video, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of how it all works. This knowledge is your secret weapon because when you know how you're being scored, you can tailor your preparation to maximize every single point. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's demystify the PTE scoring system together. First things first, let's talk about the two main types of scoring in the PTE, correct or incorrect and partial credit. This is a fundamental concept to grasp. For some question types, your answer is either right or wrong. Think of multiple choice questions where you select a single answer. You either get it or you don't. Simple. But for many other tasks, especially the more complex ones, PTE uses partial credit. This is where things get interesting. Partial credit means you can earn points for getting parts of the answer right, even if the whole thing isn't perfect. This applies to tasks like reading fill in the blanks, reorder paragraphs, and listening highlight incorrect words. Understanding this is key because it encourages you to attempt every part of a question. Never leave a blank if you can help it. Even a partially correct answer is better than no answer at all. Now let's move on to one of the most unique and often misunderstood aspects of PTE scoring, integrated scoring. What does this mean? It means that a single question can test multiple skills at once and contribute points to different sections. For example, the repeat sentence task in the speaking section doesn't just test your speaking skills. It also heavily tests your listening skills because you first have to understand the sentence you hear. So your performance on this one task contributes points to both your speaking and your listening scores. This is a game changer. Many students focus only on the obvious skill being tested, but the top scorers know that tasks like read aloud, summarize written text, and write from dictation are powerful because they feed points into multiple score buckets. This is why you can't just practice speaking in isolation. Your reading, listening, and writing skills are all interconnected throughout the exam. Let's break down the communicative skills scores. These are the scores you're probably most familiar with: listening, reading, speaking, and writing. They range from 10 to 90. Your overall score is also an average of these. But where do these scores come from? They are a culmination of your performance across all the different question types. As we just discussed with integrated scoring, your reading score isn't just from the reading section. Tasks in the speaking section like read aloud contribute significantly to your reading score. Similarly, summarize written text and a write essay from the writing section also impact your reading score because you have to read and understand a passage first. It's a complex web, but the takeaway is simple. Every question matters, and improving one core skill can have a ripple effect, boosting your scores in other areas too. Beyond the main communicative skills, PTE also gives you a score report with something called enabling skills. These are grammar, oral fluency, pronunciation, spelling, vocabulary, and written discourse. These scores also range from 10 to 90. Think of these as the building blocks of your language ability. They are the how behind your main scores. For example, your oral fluency and pronunciation scores are crucial for the speaking section. If you speak clearly at a natural pace and with correct intonation, you'll score high here, which in turn boosts your overall speaking score. Similarly, your spelling, grammar, and vocabulary scores directly impact your writing score. The PTE's automated scoring engine is meticulously analyzing these foundational skills in everything you say and write. This is why simply knowing the answer isn't enough. You have to communicate it correctly. Let's talk about the infamous negative marking. This is a source of a lot of anxiety for test takers, so let's clear it up. Negative marking only applies to a very specific set of question types. Multiple choice: choose multiple answers in both the reading and listening sections and highlight incorrect words in the listening section. Here's how it works. You get points for correct answers, but you lose points for incorrect answers. However, and this is a crucial detail, the lowest score you can get for any single question is 0. You won't get a negative score for an entire item. So what's the strategy? If you are absolutely unsure, it might be safer to be conservative with your selections in these specific tasks. For multiple choice, choose multiple answers. If you're confident about one option but unsure about a second, it's often better to just select the one you know is right rather than guessing and risking a penalty. So, how does the computer actually score you? This is the magic of the PTE's automated scoring engine. For speaking, the AI analyzes your speech based on fluency and pronunciation. Fluency isn't about speaking fast, it's about speaking smoothly and naturally, without unnatural pauses or hesitations. Pronunciation is about clarity. Can the machine understand your words, your vowels, and your consonants? For writing, the AI checks everything from grammar and spelling to vocabulary range and the structure of your arguments. It looks for coherence and logical flow in your essays and summaries. It's an incredibly sophisticated system designed to be objective and consistent, removing the human bias that can sometimes occur in other tests. The key is to provide the computer with what it's looking for: clear, well-structured, and grammatically correct language. Let's put this all together into a practical strategy. How can you use this knowledge to hack your PTE prep? First, prioritize the high-value integrated scoring tasks. Repeat sentence, read aloud, write from dictation, and summarize written text are goldmines for points across different sections. Spending extra time mastering these can have a massive impact on your overall score. Second, focus on your enabling skills. Don't just practice questions. Actively work on your pronunciation, your speaking rhythm, your grammar, and your vocabulary. Record yourself and listen back. Use grammar checking tools. Read widely to expand your vocabulary. These foundational skills are what the AI is scoring. Finally, for the few negative marking questions, practice a smart guessing strategy. Learn to identify obviously wrong answers and make educated choices rather than blind guesses. Let's quickly recap the key takeaways. First, PTE uses both correct, incorrect, and partial credit scoring, so always attempt every part of a question. Second, integrated scoring is king. Understand which tasks contribute to multiple skills and prioritize them in your practice. Third, your enabling skills, like fluency, pronunciation, and grammar, are the foundation of your score, so work on them diligently. And fourth, be mindful of negative marking, but don't let it paralyze you. It only applies to a few specific question types. By understanding this scoring system, you're no longer just practicing blindly. You're preparing with purpose and strategy, targeting the areas that will give you the biggest score boost. You're not just a test taker, you're a strategist who understands the rules of the game. And there you have it, the PTE academic marking system, decoded. I hope this makes the whole process feel a lot less intimidating and gives you a clear roadmap for your preparation. Remember, knowledge is power, and now you have the power to prepare smarter, not just harder. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more PTE tips and strategies. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy studying!